What's up, everybody? It's Michael or Penguin Solo 7 here today for another Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc video with your boys Penguin and Nither.
Yo.
We are here in the trash heap.
And that is our real enemy.
The ultimate despairs.
He's... Man, you see that in the video here.
Da-dun. Wait, no, nobody dies.
Technically Moko died, so 6 again.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That Mystery 7 is gone. Yeah, the Dream Island Rocket present. Finally, we got it.
There. And we got the bad ending. Ba, ba, ba. The ultimate despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people who put together this killing game and begun broadcasting it around the world. The most disparately...
The most desperately awful.
Desperately awful group of people ever. That is the Mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. But right now...
Anyway...
Right now we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after.
Yeah, you're right. Give us the key. Kyoko, did you sell that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's an absolutely fireball snaring the mastermind. I would never part with it.
Can't open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
That's fine.
Then can we just open the door? Can we ask her?
That's
Close
right.
that door now.
Hey, Kyoko, we can use that key of yours to open this door, right?
It's
Let's find out.
Shit, sorry. Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid into the keyhole. And then... Yes, it opened.
indeed.
Now
And now we can get out of here. Let's go.
Force of habit! Sounds good. So now we can't, but I can't get caught, right? You're supposed to be dead! Summon the Spears of Gungnir!
Oh no!
Remember the Spears of Gungnir?
Of course I remember the spears of gun new. I'm like, oh. Dang. First time I saw that, I was like, oh.
Jesus, poor Junko. Ba, 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 ba. Finally. We are finally free. There wasn't even time to take a breath of the relief. Because the real fight had just begun. And deadly life. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate...
Execution.
execution. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up to the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into the darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down.
Hey.
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you.
Yeah, I'll be careful. Now you said that, I'm gonna get kind of nervous. Hey, even if Kyoko was in front of me, I wouldn't be able to see up.
Yep.
Hey, you talking about keep my eye off it. So Kyoko, there's something I want to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work?
How long?
So...
Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way.
Then is your family famous?
wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among acts of detectives, many people haven't heard of us.
Oh, but how come? Isn't like your family tradition, right? So
Right.
Because we take pride in it.
pride, so you don't want it.
Indeed.
Our detective is neither light nor shadow. We present neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we make a conscious effort to conceal our existence.
Conscious effort?
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned. I can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because like I said, it's our source of pride.
Pride. So that explains. Never saw anything about her. Let's see, pop sensation, baseball pro. Oh, there's the first two deaths! Was it foreshadowing, though?
However,
And yet, I gave up some of that pride.
Huh?
In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do.
The reason you gave up that pride, the reason why you go so far to open Hope's Peak, is because how much you wanted to reconnect to your dad? There's no shame in that.
Reconnect? I have absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father.
Huh? You said you'd be reuniting with that after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However,
There's something I want to say to him, though.
What? Go fuck yourself.
No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face.
Oof. What is it?
so
I want to sever all ties with him.
Sever?
The last time I saw him, I was still very young. So I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, he had a promising future,
however,
but he had no interest in detective work. So he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument, and young as I was, he left me behind.
Sure, there's a reason for that. Sure, your dad wanted to take you with
Right.
him.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I would never have had the chance to become a detective.
So it was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. I mean, if you can't see your fucking feet, you're not going to be able to see her face. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell is, compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional.
I don't blame him, you know? He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
however,
Well, there's one thing. One thing that I can never forgive.
Really?
so
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
however,
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me, even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to sell the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago.
But you're a family, just to cut him out like that.
Wrong.
The only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey,
Is blood really enough to call someone family?
Connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing.
Boo.
I I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence, and after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top.
Snake eater.
Looks like this is it.
Indeed.
On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us.
We're back.
That's right.
Remember that hat's on the ground in the classroom? I'm fairly certain that door will come out.
Why are you, you're distorted?
I'm stored.
Now you're back.
Okay. I unlocked it earlier, so it's still open without much trouble.
Well, here goes nothing. Spiring up, pushed against the hatch.
That's just gripping Discord me.
Yeah. The hatch opened with ease, and so... Looks like we're back. Remember this room?
Yeah.
We haven't seen this room since the first trial.
Mm-hmm. But I can't believe how long that lava was. I'm exhausted.
Can't say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of here. We're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I'm never going to have gone out of there without you.
Nothing's necessary. I was just returning the favor.
So now what do we do? Glad I didn't die, of course, but if the Mastermind finds out, I'm worried about you too. You helped me, so they might...
Listen.
The void?
Yeah, of course.
So then,
Then let's just get a concrete answer.
Huh?
in other words,
Except for Makuma, there's a problem with you escaping.
Wait, that's...
however,
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out. It's not like we can run away.
She said that. She pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now?
Don't worry, what you think is going to happen isn't.
because
Because the Mastermind is the one that's insane.
Mastermind is ensnared. Something like that before. What does it mean?
so
The Mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Muko's death. There was a moment where the Mastermind let their guard down.
There was?
right.
If we can talk to Makuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That's should help with our negotiations.
Still super uneasy about this, but we don't have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Makuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. I mean, he's anywhere, technically.
Yeah, but the gym is where he resides?
You can spring anywhere, I believe.
Oh, yeah. By bullshit!
I think that most of him is in the gym.
No more free time, right?
Nope. Big time ending, boys.
Well now.
Hey, hey,
Hey, hey, hey, hey!
hey, hey, hey. Kyoko, I don't mind so much.
I don't believe
But Koto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here?
That's exactly how I thought you would react. Are we really gonna be okay?
Pum.
You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you?
What?
So what if I did? What will you do?
Shing!
If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule.
You're making me angry!
So now I gotta punish you again. And this time I won't leave anything to chance.
Kyoko!
Right.
Do whatever you feel like you have to.
What?
However,
But before you do, let me say one thing.
now, if
If you execute McCall, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right?
Huh?
Huh? I lose?
Hey!
You, explain yourself. What do you mean by that?
Explain that shit!
because
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
in other words,
I I was supposed to be chosen as the blacking and then executed. But hey, what are you talking about?
However,
But when McCall chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
right,
And in response to that unexpected development,
indeed.
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation, no more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
However,
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your present execution machine.
Alter ego.
You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you'd killed it.
am I wrong?
Now, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro, you did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would certainly be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the blacking is disposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the blackened is me, and not Makoto?
Well,
And you can prove this, right?
Well,
No, I can't.
Don't say it like that.
What is this, a comedy routine? That makes such bold claims without a shred of evidence.
that doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now. I don't have any right now. But with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there is only ever one absolute truth.
boom, boom.
And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type.
Because
Makoto really was the killer. He never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so loved to inspire.
however,
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
Hope!
What the heck?
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased.
Huh?
indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him, because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Plus, you can say we're not good, just making it all up. Look, wrong.
It's Discord's coming in and out.
No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn our despair, fair and square,
that's what we have to do.
then I suggest you take my advice. So, what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Mukuro's trial over again. Only this time, you followed the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair. Hey,
Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say?
Fair trial, one last showdown. In other words, this would be a chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept this challenge? Oh, because the whole point of setting this up was to show the world despair, and if you don't, you're fucked. They'll probably just execute me without another word.
Interesting.
Barrett!
Barely interesting indeed.
Ugh. Barry.
What's wrong?
Always getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So time for bear jokes.
Oh, this is what I hate about the last trial. I get bored. I get bored all the time.
Now, what you're suggesting might be possible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
In other words,
Does that mean you accept?
Ba-ba-bum-bum-bum.
If we do things your way, that'd be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it will cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory?
I can barely contain myself.
Let's have one finally grisly showdown.
Final. You said finally, Grizzly. I'm like, ugh.
Oops.
I'm
Let's
like,
have one final grisly showdown.
an adverb to an adverb.
Yep.
He agreed. We still have a shot at this.
Bear it.
But this is the long-awaited climax, right? This guessing the kill is barely a thing end.
You guys.
So for this final face-off, you have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here.
So who? So what are the mysteries again?
Lots of mysteries. Biolab, dorm rooms.
Who the killer is?
Makima's room. We have that door.
All the mysteries?
All that basically. That's why every last mystery that is pawing around the school. If you can do that,
I can barely contain myself.
then that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you.
That is wrong.
it's true.
That's what you've been trying to do all along. Okay, well, good. Then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of the school,
You guys.
then you win. But if you can't do all that, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me?
What are you, Caden? Mr. fucking Bone Boy.
I'm doing my best ones in my humor now. We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair?
I just can't believe how this all turned out.
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the war? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that. For sure. So what?
hey,
I just want to confirm. That is what you said, right? And it's a true statement. You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations. And having a trial for Mukuro is no exception to that.
Which means it has to be a student. Oh. Mukuro's trial is no exception, then it's part of the regulations. Whoever killed Mukuro.
It's a very polarizing approach. I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sorry I told you this away, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students.
Unless they fake their death.
And the only people that take a single step in Hope Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth?
Why do you go quiet all of a sudden?
Now I'm really angry.
I'm done talking. I got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would you?
Why so mad?
Whew.
He seems emotionally unstable.
Hey,
Leave me alone. Get out of here.
Okay, I'm going. I just... You really gonna let me go?
I don't kill you.
The anime begs to differ.
You're going to get your punishment Leo anyway. I need to start getting it, Wade. A super duper extra special punishment. Overflowing with despair.
Hey,
God. Come on, McCall. Let's go.
Okay.
God damn it.
Come on, longer! Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away, and that's where we're gonna end off the video. So thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, do whatever the hell you want. It's not up to me, it's up to you! And we're gonna go one more episode for tonight. See you then.